Okay, so it's Thursday, April 4th. My cat is loud. Um, More things to do today, so I got home a little bit later than usual, which means once again I am eating at the start of my stream, which I think is just fantastic. Um, Green screen still a little iffy. I think the issue now is pretty much just lighting, so um, that should be kind of cleared up in the next few streams probably. Um, but yeah, let's get back to Magic. Back to Magic. So, yesterday we did a bunch of traditional with our Naya Angels deck. It was doing pretty well. Got ourselves back up into that gold after the season reset. So I think we're pretty much good to go ahead and jump right back in. I didn't even bother putting on my headphones yet, so I can't even hear any of the noises that are going on in that game. Given the option, we pretty much always choose to go first. This is actually a pretty strong hand versus a number of things. We'll pay the 2, throw out a Landmore Elf. Alright, no. Playing into their Golgari sleeves. Always nice to see. Well, we could get aggressive here. Or we could guarantee our Domri. Let's guarantee the Domri. Oh, we got like a chip just sitting on my shirt. Okay. Decides to keep the Landmore off. Nope. Ditches it. Okay. Well, we can't Domri and Spellbreaker. So we'll play it out tapped. Throw down the Domri. Tick him up because might as well. Pass through. Play their explorers and then find the goodness. Goodness, Mr. Cat. I'm eating though, you can't come up. No. The sensible play, I feel. So, double Riot, we'll go for the +1/+1s. We can't get another double Rioter out of this, but I feel like having 2 good blockers is what we're looking to get here. Throws out the cast down. Surprised that our Domri is alive. And unfortunately, we're in a position right now where we're actually going to have to tick Domri down Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Um, can always use our Landmore elves. We'll just throw out one Carl Harpooner. Okay. So that's very good for us. So we'll get our good old haste Lyra going. Start swinging this in our favor. He's pretty reticent to attack us. Yeah. Vivian's pretty great. Well, that's extremely unfortunate. So, I think what we're gonna have to do here is actually just go ahead and throw our Domri away. Because I keep forgetting it's a minus. All right. So we'll tick him up for green. Play the Crawl Harpooner with a +1 counter. Pass on through. So, yeah, we're in a really bad spot. Like, we need to downtick Domri in order to get us some threats going.
The wilds are my shield.
I do apologize for being sat here eating instead of non-stop talking, but goodness. No. Sorry, bud. Yeah, okay. He might just outvalue us in the long run here. Remember, when I play Sultai mid-range, I never get to this point. I think we might just scoop here. We get a Shalai. Shalai's ability costs 6 mana. 2, 3, 4. Which unfortunately means we are literally 1 mana off of being able to play her as well as activate her ability. Excuse me. So, alright, we'll try it. We'll haste Shalai. Attack of Vivian.
Not dead yet.
The finality would have killed our entire board and left his giant dude afterwards. So We just lose that one, which is fine. Um, Settle isn't really going to help us much, I don't think. I think we're going to go down the Harpooners, up Ixalan's Binding. Deafening Clarion does make some sense. But I think spot removal is fine. Oh, well, I mean, Growth Saber Guardian means we keep getting plays. And Lava Coil means we can kill one of their Wild Growth Walkers. So I wouldn't normally advise keeping a 5-land hand, but we're gonna do it. We've got a little bit of wiggle room too. Yeah, see, that's going to be a problem. Angel of Grace makes it a little bit better. Especially with two of them. Doesn't really matter which land we play at this point. So we'll remove his Wild Growth Walker, preventing him from being able to explore for a bunch of health this turn. Alright, well, we go to 5-land. We'll stop him attacking right now. Just by getting us a 4/4 on the board. We can start playing out the Angels of Grace next turn.
Let's tear this place apart. Come to me.
Yeah, Vivian's not particularly good for us. We have a lot of flyers. That, however, is particularly good for us. Well, she can kill the enchantment if I target that. So this is non-land permanent. Right, so we'll use Ixalan's Binding to remove Vivian Reed from the game.
I've seen worse.
Oh, did not mean to attack. Alright, provided we don't draw something really good, I'll drop the Angel of Grace on his turn, so it'll be a bit of a surprise. Yeah, Knight of Autumn isn't really going to get us much value. Vraska's Contempt, huh? Yeah, they just drew into more of the Explorer core than I'm really able to handle right now. They do have a Contempt. Alright, so we'll block this way, we'll lose our Angel. And they have a Vraska in hand, so that means our next Angel will get killed. No, I'm sorry, bud. No. I'm very surprised that they allowed me to keep my Angel of Grace. Maybe they miscounted. Maybe they were thinking about this, the what you call it, the hexproof, but the hexproof is only on my turn. All right, so 2, 3, 4, 6. All right, so we'll play that tapped. Aurelia will buff herself and go in. So we're whittling them back down. We're looking to Angel of Grace on their turn again. Okay. Ah, okay. So I'm glad I held back the Angel of Grace, because now she survives that. Play out the Skargan Hellkite with a 1/1 counter. If I get a fight with fire, I won't have to actually worry about, like, dealing with the Jade Light Ranger there. Carnage Tyrant. Definitely what we would consider suboptimal for our side. We are still holding a Knight of Bottom. Well, no blocks because a trade here doesn't really help us. Alright, so now the question is, can we actually kill? So, no, we can do 14 damage. That would be total of 5, so we'll lose that no matter what on the block. But I think that's the correct play. So we attack with both. And basically, if they have like a cast down here, we're dead. Thanks. I actually bought this like years ago for like $100 off Amazon. The green screen, and I had like, because I used to do puppetry a lot, and so I was like, oh man, it'd be cool to like do like green screen with like puppets and stuff. Never actually did any of that. We've just started trying to use the green screen recently, so there is some issues. You can still kind of see some stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna try to move in some lighting to kind of fix that. I think the other issue too is it's just kind of wrinkled. So if I just iron it or whatever over the weekend, then it'll look a lot better hopefully next week. Okay, well, Hydroid Krasis is going to be a problem for me. Thanks, man. Hydroid Krasis is going to be a different problem. It's a 6/6. Alright, well, I just need to survive. My day's been going pretty good there, Footmob. It's been going pretty good. Like, you know, it's a Thursday. It's been, you know... He's just gonna let that pass. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and collision. In the air. And we will declare an attack and win. Yeah, the you know, work's been going pretty well. Had to stop off at Walmart to pick up groceries. So it's like one of those things, like, you know, come over, like, you know, my cat is just like insisting on company, so I'm gonna put the food aside. Yeah, I know. Yeah, unfortunately, it starts in like, what, like a few hours, right? There we go. Okay. I think our sideboarding was pretty much on point. The Ixalan's binding really helped out. Kept our flyers alive. Oh no! Cat's getting tangled in the headphones. Yeah, it's gonna be what? It's Philly versus NYXL, right? To start off the season, or the stage rather. This looks like a pretty decent hand actually. Yeah, gets us all of our colors. We've got multiple Growth Chamber Guardians. If I'm honest, I think I think, what am I thinking? Okay, well, yeah, with no removal, that's going to be... But yeah, no, I think Knight of Autumn in this deck is probably, like, not in this deck, but in this matchup, I think Knight of Autumn is probably lesser value than usual. Alright, instant cast down, that's fine. Let's see. We could just do another Growth Chamber Guardian. Dang. I think we actually might just Knight of Autumn here. So yeah, we'll play out the check land to get the Knight of Autumn down. So that four power should keep, even if they explore once, that's gonna keep his Wild Growth Walker at bay, which is gonna be great. Or we'll run straight into another cast down. Question is, do they play a third land? Looks like they don't. Alright, we're in a really interesting position. This actual deck and paper, I could look it up in a bit, but like, yeah, there's, I do have like the listing for it. Do I just throw out him as a 4/4, or do I attack? I'm gonna pressure him. He doesn't have much land. I'm gonna pressure him. Yeah, I'll look up the actual paper cost in a minute. Yeah, because I have the list on MTG Goldfish. Which actually, if you have access to, you can just search MTG Goldfish for like luxury Naya Angels. That's Naya. then you should be able to find the deck because it is public. And that should tell you the actual current paper cost for it to buy it singles. Otherwise, there are quite a few rares. So yeah, I'll have time after this match. Do we Domri? Domri would get him down with haste. So yeah, we'll Domri. Yeah, this is an off meta deck that I came across an initial list that I liked. That was like the 5th place finisher in a like a recent tournament that happened in Cincinnati. It was pretty good, but it was lacking a few pieces. So I just made some modifications to it, and it's been working out really well. So far the biggest struggles are against like pretty much anything that runs Thief of Sanity. Thief is just so hard to deal with. Like, because this deck is full of really, really good stuff. And Thief of Sanity Hostage Taker just comes in and takes all of your stuff and uses it against you. So, like, that just doesn't help. Okay, so well, I only have a max of like 7 mana available to me. I don't need... Okay, I don't need to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go this. I'm gonna go for the red. We'll play out Shalai. We'll go for haste. I will adapt and then attack. Oh yeah, we'll take that in hand. Yeah, I've been streaming this for the past few days. We've made some slight iterations. Like the sideboard, we put in Ixalan's Binding. For matchups like this, where like there's big threats that we can't get bigger than certain threats. Because of our archetype, we don't necessarily have like the scaling threat of like the Hydroid Crisis or whatever. So this gives us like a really nice removal spell for those. It lets us remove. Like, it lets us get rid of like things like Hostage Taker, you know, which have been giving me some trouble lately. So, it's been a really nice addition to the sideboard. Ah, he boarded the Crawl Harpooners. That's a really smart sideboard. I don't think I've seen Sultide players put in Crawl Harpooner yet. Yeah, he's getting screwed hard, which is like why like I'm barely even paying attention to the game because like I just don't need to. Yeah, he ends up scooping on 3. Let's see if I can find the. I mean, see if I can find it. I know I can find it. I just have to hit the right buttons. Go to the deck list. Find. Okay, TG Goldfish. I actually signed in. I don't think I am, so I'll just search for it. Jury Naya Angels. Did it not come up? Oh, I was searching card names, not decks. Oh, okay. All right, decks. User submitted. Search for this. Search by commander. Can you not search here? Alright, I better sign in then. Oh, I'm signed in already. Okay, my decks. That. Okay, I'm gonna paste this right in the chat. Once we get a minute. Copy. It looks like in paper this would be about $281 to just buy this straight up singles, which is oh shoot, that was literally I pasted in chat. I spam my own chat, like everything. Holy cow! Thought I copied the link, which is hilarious. Yeah, the general there's the link. The general like price guide that I've always kind of like gone by is like a competitive deck, like a tournament caliber deck, is like typically about $300. Like it's usually in that $300 to $350 range. So this coming in at 280 is a little on the cheaper side. So I think part of the reason for that is because of the fact that this is an off-meta deck. It's not something that a lot of people are running. Like literally, it was the only person running this style of deck at Cincinnati was like one guy who ended up taking 5th place, probably because he was the only person running it in the tournament. No one saw it coming. So, oh gosh, I should know better than to keep this hand. Yeah, the problem here is that we don't have a red source. But even if we keep only drawing the green-white lands, we can eventually get Angel of Grace down. And we do have Curl Harpooner to keep us alive for a turn if we need it. This is gonna go really poorly. I can. Oh wow! Our opponent just mulliganed down to 4 cards. Okay, they're not playing. Are they playing? They're playing Gates. Okay, so they're going to be pretty slow. So hopefully we'll get a red source this turn and we can play it out, so that we can start getting our This is still looking like Gates. It might not be, but it's still looking like Gates. This is okay, 100%. This is the Gates. This is the 4-color Gates deck. So we play out tapped. Curl Harpooner isn't going to be like a superstar in this matchup. And if we get stuck on this many land, we're going to be really bad. So just going to start to play out a threat. Hopefully we can just hit him in the face a few times with it. Wow, okay. He syncopates it. That's hilarious. When your turn 2 Curl Harpooner gets syncopated by the Gates player. Well, we'll get another Curl Harpooner out. Whatever card's left in his hand is not an instant. We know that for a fact. Or at least isn't an instant that he has the ability to play at the moment. Unfortunately, he's outlanding us by quite a bit, and our land drops have so far been only our Celestial lands. We need a red source, like, really bad. What a game. I should have went down. I should have done better. Alright, cool. Red mana. Alright, we pay 2 life. I could Domri. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to just get going? Yeah, we'll Domri. Because he's not gonna have much to deal with this. Alright, Shivan Fire is our last dude. Alright, so we'll tick him up. So it's very possible here that the way this game is going to turn out is that he's going to really struggle to draw cards. If he gets a Gate Summit, he has a really good chance of winning. If he doesn't get a Gate Summit, we have a really good chance of winning. So we will tick up. We'll go red. So now he has double right, so that we can just go ahead and play him. Okay, well, he'll just use Frilled Mystic to stop that from happening. Totally fair. I'm glad that wasn't our Skargan Hellkite. Okay. So there's a really good chance that, like, we can throw out a Skargan Hellkite with double Riot next turn. Oh yeah, he has no cards in hand. We absolutely can do that, so that's not a problem. So we can give him 1-1 counter, we can give him haste. We can attack. He's at half-life. Come on. There we go. Living where all cats should. Alright, he scoops. That was a really bizarre game. That was a really weird game. Hi. Right. So, versus this, I think again, we go down the Crawl Harpooners. We go up the Ixalan's Binding. I don't think we bother with Cindervines. I think we just pressure like hell. I think is what we do. Is there anything else in here that probably needs to come out? I think Lava Coil is going to have like very few targets to actually go after. We'll remove those. I guess we'll put in the cellar wreckages just because he's got very little, like very few, what you call it? Very few basic land to fetch with the settle, and then the other thing that he doesn't really have is a lot of threats, but like the threats he does have are going to be really, really, really massive, and so removing them from the game is going to be pretty good, especially the Gate Colossi. I'm not sure how he modifies his deck though. Also, like it might even turn out that he's not even, because he's playing like a bunch of counters and stuff in it. So like, is he even playing a Gates deck that I'm familiar with? It's hard to say because he had to mulligan down to 4 cards last time. But you don't normally run that main deck with counter spells and Frilled Mystic. I don't know. Maybe he's been running into a lot of control decks, and so he just started off pre-boarded. Regardless, I think we go for just speed here and just run him down. I mean, all of his land drops come basically a turn late because of the mechanics of gates. So we go fast. We are the aggro player in this situation. Not unreasonable. It's going to delay our Skargan Hellkite by a turn. See if he has a counterspell. He does. That's fine. That is one counterspell not spent killing something better later. That's the nice thing about the Spellbreakers is that they tank a lot. Like, they tank a lot in the creature fights, and they also tank a lot just kind of generally as you play. Alright, well, sadly not a land drop, so we can't get our Aurelia down. Also, possibly a misstep, because if he gets a Guild Summit, and we don't have a way to kill it, could be an issue. But we do have Ixalan's Binding, so... So this is going to be 10 damage if it goes through. Alright, Frilled Mystic. He's kind of panicking, so... We'd rather our smaller threats kind of be the ones tanking those counterspells anyway. You know, I get a 4th land and, you know, out comes the Aurelia. Alright, Chemister's Insight to draw cards. Ah, he is a Growth Chamber Guardian of his own. How fun. Alright, we'll pay the life. Oh, you know what would be evil? Ixalan's Binding the elf. So now he can't cast any more Growth Chamber Guardians. So the way he would normally want to be staying alive. Okay, Niv Mizzet. Yeah, okay, it's Gates with Niv. Alright, yeah, this is actually a really interesting kind of deck here. So we're gonna force him to block this with Niv. Because if he doesn't block it, he dies, so he's gonna lose his Niv to our Spellbreaker. I mean, it's it's kind of an interesting sort of, like, I don't know. I wouldn't normally do a control deck this way. Alright, so he's got a 5/5. Do we pay the 2? No, we'll just run it out that way. Throw it out there with haste. Force him to block the 5/3. Oh, man. That is what we call a fork. Well, sort of. It's what we call forcing them to take lesser value. Alright, well, that's not so great. Alright, so... he's at 5. He's gonna end up staying alive here is the problem. I can't really rush him like I want to. Alright, so yeah, we come out this way. Ooh, syncopate on the Skargan Hellkite. That's not good. Nope. Yeah, we know there's a screen there. Okay. So basically our plan from here is to just throw out our... Ah! This has been the plan all along. Okay. Alright. Alright, we passed through the turn. I definitely don't have a Settle the Wreckage in my hand. Resolve. Resolve. Settle the Wreckage. Nope. Ah, okay, we lose this one. Alright. Well played, Zah. Okay, so this is an interesting thing where game 1, I got an incorrect understanding of what he was trying to do. So Carnage Tyrant is going to want to come in. Cinder Vines are going to want to come in. I feel like he... No, he wants to still play a lot of... Well, no, because he wants to draw a lot, too. So what do we keep... Yeah, we keep the Collision Colossus, we keep the Fight with Fire. Keep Angel of Grace. Do we get rid of Shalai? We might. Oh gosh. Okay, so we could go down the Shalai. This is tough. Shalai is quite good. Okay, we'll go down the Shalai, we'll go up the Carnage Tyrant. I don't think we can afford to be playing the Cinder Vines, though. Then again, the Cinder Vines do deal with enchantments. So maybe I could do the Cinder Vines over the Night of Autumn? Alright, we'll try Cinder Vines over Night of Autumn. Since we can still deal with enchantments, if they're running any. Plus, this very spell-heavy deck is going to get pinged a ton. Well, not with this hand. Oh gosh, this is like a good eventually hand. I don't have a lot of early plays with it, but I might as well play the check land first. If I don't draw a couple of land here, we're gonna be totally screwed. I have not seen a Gates control deck yet. This is interesting. Alright. Well, we have 2 land. Provided we get any third land here, we're okay. That's not a land. We're not okay. We are not okay. Growth spirals. If we miss our third land drop, we're probably dead. Good. Stay to life. Probably gets just syncopated or something. Yep, syncopate. Still has enough left to grow spiral. Yeah, he's ramping a lot faster than we can. I shouldn't have kept that hand. Although we have not missed a land drop through turn 3. And we're into turn 4. If he hasn't a syncopate, it doesn't really matter. He'd still pay more than I could, so... Pinging myself for the... Okay, that's fine. At this point, the goal is... Get enough counterspells out the way that Carnage Tyrant can come down in a few turns. Do I just go for the Lyra? He's got 3 cards in hand. I don't think I go for Lyra here. I think I delay a little bit. We'll play Aurelia first. Okay, good. Good. Otherwise, that would have been our Lyra dying, and Lyra's a bit better. All right, so he's only got two cards. Our Lyra resolves. See if she survives his turn. No. Okay. Biogenic Ooze. Well, we could play Carnage Tyrant. It's pretty safe. But we're going to play Excellence Binding. Alright, it gets negated. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. Niv Mizzet. We collision that immediately. Okay, so I can't afford to let that happen any more than it already has. So we play out tapped. We'll deal 5 damage to the Biogenic Ooze. I mean, what could you say, right? Like, alright, unfortunately we're down to 7 life. We do have an Angel of Grace in hand. Carnage Tyrant resolves. We have resolved a Carnage Tyrant. We've basically won, sort of, kind of, in a way. Being Hex... I was gonna say, why are you attacking... I very much doubt he's running any combat tricks. You know, I honestly can't even afford to attack. Because he's not going to block, but he might have a... Well... Alright, we'll play... Alright, we'll attack with the Carnage Tyrant. I probably should have saved the elf, but you never know. End the turn. So we could play Angel of Grace on his turn. Fantastic! He plays Frilled Mystic at the end of my turn so that he can also attack. Alright. But it's not a counterspell. That's the important part. He plays it as not a counterspell. Fantastic. Okay. We in business. We in business. He's paying mana for something that isn't a counterspell. Thing is, he's got so much extra mana, like it almost doesn't matter what this is. Like Enchanting Melody, all right. So he takes my elf. He's looking to swing with lethal. I play Angel of Grace in response. It gets Frilled Mystic, and we lose. Oh, I thought we had it. Alright. Thought we had that. That was a very close game. Yeah, unfortunately, we were like, if we were a little bit faster... Well, I don't know. We ran headfirst into a lot of counter spells. I think we played okay, though. I'd have to go back and look and see if I would take those same odds with that, but... I've never really even seen the Nivgates control deck deal. I'm also surprised that he wasn't running Guild Summit. Yeah, this is a fine hand. Nothing but check lands, so actually it's not that great, but against mono red. Hooray! It could be Cavalcade of Calamity, but I'm assuming it's mono red. More check land. No. We're gonna be slow. This is not what you want to be against what is very much looking like mono red. I'm gonna assume a lightning strike comes into play at the end of my... well, it's his turn still, so I guess I'll let it play through. Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. We're still playing out slow land. Alright, now... Growth Chamber Guardian probably gonna get shocked. Oh, he's got a Lightning Strike? Alright, so... whatever I would play is gonna get just killed, so we throw him to the wolves. He's gonna eat a Lightning Strike for us. That's a Wizard Lightning. Alright, still, I'm sure he'll oblige by killing it. Alright, and he pays full price for it. That's fantastic. Okay. So we're actually starting to kind of like stabilize here quite a bit. So this will hopefully encourage him to try to 2-for-1. Okay. Well, he ends up throwing down a Steamkin, which is not ideal for us, but it's a thing. I could Shalai here, but I mean that's just gonna get her killed, probably. I think we'll Knight of Autumn for the life. Puts us back up to 17. I really don't mind that at all. And I'll attack. Alright, he has Legion War Boss, alright. Not used to seeing that, but an interesting one. Alright, so we go to 6 mana. We're in that kind of like, there's no way he blocks this kind of stage. We'll throw that through. Growth Chamber Guardian, adapt. That'll keep his Steamkin from attacking. Probably his Legion War Boss as well. He'll send us the tokens through because they have to, but we'll just eat them. Yeah, this if we don't draw some removal soon, that might probably be a problem. Really? Yep, I'll take that. I'll take that trade. Alright, now he has more things coming at me at this point than I can really handle safely. So we'll play and adapt once more. Oh, okay. We'll shuffle our deck for no good reason. I guess I've just drawn so many of the Growth Chamber Guardians naturally that... Okay, Chain Whirler. That makes us slightly vulnerable. I know exactly what we're putting in. We're definitely Clarion's gonna wreck this thing next turn. Next time, rather. Alright, so he keeps that back. He keeps the War Bosses back. Alright. Alright, so I'm down to 7. Which is obviously not where you want to be. I can, shall I? No, Skargan Hellkite is going to be the better option here. So we 1/1 counter this. And we'll throw it on Crawl Harpooner as well. Just to be an extra body. No attacks. Problem is we're completely killable by burn spells, if he's even really running any. Experimental Frenzy. Oh, we could very well die here. Gotta play something. Steamkin. The goal here is pretty much on my side to like eat a bunch of his tokens as they're forced to run at me, and then use Skargan Hellkite to basically burn down the rest of his stuff without even attacking. He might just win by just by clicking attack all, honestly, at this point. I'm gonna block 4 things. He can... No, I don't think he'd quite get lethal, but he might as well do it, honestly. Oh, the Mentor, that might do me in. So there's gonna be 4, 5... So I think we probably die. But let's try blocking it out. So the Steamkin... Block like that. Block one of those. I believe we're dead. I believe we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We deafening Clarion. We deafening Clarion and we're fine. We don't settle the wreckage because he's got, like, settle the wreckage would be fantastic in one way, but at the same time it would be awful. So what do we take? We take out the Crawl Harpooners because he doesn't have flying anyway. Let's settle. That's Cindervines. What am I doing? Deafening Clarion. Do I want anything else? Possibly Ixalan's Binding. I feel like Domri is going to be really hard to keep up. Yeah, I feel like Domri is going to be difficult to keep up. So we'll put in that, and we'll go down. We'll go down a Shalai and go up an Excellence Bind. We can use that on the Steamkins. We can use it on the Frenzied Dews. Although we can also just blow them up with Knight of Autumn, which we might want to hold Knights of Autumn back to take that out. Well, Colossus is actually less of a good card here. I probably should have traded that out instead. Well, we got plenty of mana and some good answers. Which, in the end, is all I can really ask for. I wonder what you board in with a deck like this, or if you just kind of keep going with it. So we got a Deafening Clarion, which is going to be really, 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 really good for us. Fantastic. Okay, so in a few turns, that's going to be easy for us to get rid of. I think we just go third land pass. So we're looking to Ixalan's Binding the Steamkin next turn, which is basically going to wreck him. Alright, light up the stage, that's fine. It's not like he's going to have enchantment removal in this. You got a Chain Whirler, Nagitsu Lava Runner. Yep, that's fine. My turn. Mountain. Ixalan's Binding. So that'll prevent him casting the Steamkin for the rest of the match. Yep. Perfectly reasonable. Oh, clever. If he's doing what I think he's doing, yes. See, okay. Super oh, it removed it anyway. Interesting. So it's still a dead card. That's kind of awesome, actually. All right, so we'll play Aurelia. Let her buff herself for a second. So what I want to do right now is I want him to build a little bit more. I want him to commit to the board a little bit more. Okay, keep the War Bus back. Keep that back. That's fine. Yeah, if I can get him to play a few more creatures. Oh, hit me with a Lava Coil. I might have to actually just go for it. Just to stabilize. Although he's got a... Alright. Well, the Spellbreaker will survive. So we'll throw the Spellbreaker down and pass. Oh, he had to get rid of the Chain Whirler, didn't he? He had to get... Yeah, the Chain Whirler's gone. I don't have to worry about him at all. Alright, another Lava Coil. Alright, so this is gonna hurt. Because he's free to attack. Okay. My turn. So we deafening Clarion for the damage. Well, we need the life right now. I would love to hold her back for other stuff, but we just need the life, so we will attack. Especially because we were getting into the point where, like, if they had a couple of, like, you know, burn spells, we could just be dead. So I'm gonna stall out. Our late game, our long game is better than theirs. So the more times, the longer the games go, the better we should be. This was likely to be game to us. So Angel of Grace at the end of his turn, so it's available for us to attack with. Deafening Clarion for insurance, that's fine. I mean, 6 plus 4 is not 13, so we just attack. If we get through to next turn with the Angel of Grace still up and nothing else to go in, then we just Colossus on the attack and win. Alright, we play our hasty boy. Alright. So yeah, I think the sideboard is reasonable. I think we keep the sideboard the way it is. I don't know if this guy is even running a sideboard at all. Like, he might just be running his deck straight up. Was there anything in there? Maybe the lava coils. I don't know. I feel like I need to stop debating with myself all the time. Oh gosh. I'll keep it. This is a turn 3 drop. Probably not as good as some of our other plays, but okay. Under's tap. So the problem with this hand is that there is, like, even if we get to 5 mana, we don't have double white yet. So our Lyra and our Angel of Grace aren't going to be able to get activated. However, we can play Spellbreaker. We get the 5 mana. Interesting. Okay. 2/1 First Striker. Direfleet Daredevil. It's quite a good card, but, like, playing it pretty early. Then again, it doesn't catch much in my deck. I'm not really running any sorceries, or instants for that matter. I'm running a few of them, but not a ton. Alright. Rule. And we go for the long game, always. So we go 1/1 counter. Well, I say always, but we go... Versus this deck, we go long game. Like, all the emails. Goodness. I feel like this is a trap. Just for the record. Yep. Which, oh, that's, yeah, that was a big trap. I should have just let that through. I didn't think about the first strike. Alright, well I got like multiple Ixalan's binding here. Oh, but I have no way of actually paying for it because I have only red-green. Oh gosh. If I lose this to Color Screw, I'm gonna be very upset. I just need to get Skargan Hellkite down. We're fine. Net resolve. Yeah, I should have thought about that. That's completely my fault for not thinking about the first strike. It's not like I didn't know about it. I mean, there's a giant symbol right there. This is first strike. Well, it's not a land. Oh, still going for it. Keeps it safe from things like lightning strike. Doesn't keep it safe from that, but there you go. So one more land and we get a Skargan Hellkite down, which is going to be fantastic. Alright, Skargan Hellkite. Beat that. Please don't beat that. I'm actually gonna literally just take the damage straight up because I don't want him burning a bunch of spells to kill it. Okay. Please tell me hijack is until end of turn. Okay, yeah, it's until end of turn. Alright, that's fine. So we activate. Go 1 damage each. No attacks. We're probably dead. Yep. Yeah, hijack was a really good sideboard for them. That was a really good play. Can't really be mad about that. It was a well done dealio. Growth Chamber this time. And not all checklands. Something I need to look for more often. Are they playing mono blue? Fantastic! I love it. Game I can actually win like fairly easily. Goodness. No, I think we keep those for... Yeah, we keep those. So we go Growth Shaper Guardian on turn 2. Yeah, actually, they're going to be really good for killing Terramanders as well. Does that have to tap to do it? No, it doesn't have to tap. Of course it doesn't have to tap to counter. Why would you have to tap to counter? That would be silly. Alright, we run out the damage. Alright, Wizard's Retort. I'm actually really excited to play against this because I am like 90% certain that this deck beats the crap out of Mono Blue. I'm not 100% certain yet, but I'm pretty sure. And if I get them to burn like all of their counters on that, that'd be fantastic. Still searching for that third land. See if he finds it. Looks like he doesn't. Oh, he gets it. Okay. Alright. Now, does that mana have to be used on creatures? It doesn't. Okay. So, I can Domri... I can Domri and then blow up. Or he can just do that. That's fine. I'm good. I'm good there. I think I'll be one of the few people who are like excited. Oh, interesting. Okay. I've not seen that run in this deck, so that is pretty cool. Well, I mean, we can adapt as well. So we'll play our third Spellbreaker. Give it haste. We'll go into combat first. I don't want to adapt prematurely. All right. Well, we're still going to adapt. Even if he was gonna like prevent us from he's gonna like bounce it up or whatever, then like we still get the draw off of it. And the 3 damage goes through from the Spellbreaker, so. Alright, so we're keeping pretty well even. Okay. Alright, so I might as well not attack now. The kind of like weird decision making process of like you're gonna cancel my desire to attack. See if he counters. He does not. We adapt. Take the action. Come on. We throw it in a Landmore Elf. And I've got a couple of answers to that Siren Storm Tamer, so I think we're doing pretty well. Well, out comes the Pteramander with the Adapt. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay. It's like he knew. It's like he knew. It's like he knew exactly how many of those I could handle. He only has 1 mana open though. All right, so we'll collision the Pteramander. Oh, the dive down. Dang it. Okay, so the dive down saves it for now. Shoot. Okay. We just start getting air blockers, I guess. And he's gonna have plenty of mana left over, which means he's gonna get the 2. Alright, we'll block like that. Tosses the dive down to keep it alive. Yeah, I think we end up losing this. That's a land. Yeah, we just didn't get enough of our flyers going. Can we just attack and win? That would be hilarious. He can block 3 creatures, so like a max of like 3, 5, 9 goes through. I don't know. I don't think this does anything. But I mean, it's this or nothing. Fine. I'm pretty sure I can't win with this. But math is for defenders. Yeah, it's only 6 left going through, I think. Yeah, so we got to 2, but all right, we sideboard. Sideboard is where we get pretty strong. Settle isn't gonna help. Cindervines isn't really like amazingly good. Although it can kill a Curious Obsession, so that could be pretty decent. Fight with Fire has uses. Crawl Harpooners are fantastic. Unfortunately, we never get any. Is it the Lava Coils that have the least value here? We're gonna take out the Lava Coils and put in Deafening Clarion. Call it a day. We also have the Knight of Autumn to take out the... whatchamacallit? Curious Obsession. I just said it before. So yeah, Knight of Autumn can handle that if that's a problem. Otherwise, we just try to play hard into them and get our flyers down for once. We didn't get like any of our flyers down, which was a massive problem. Oh, we have 2 mana and a Growth Chamber Guardian. And it's all of our colors, so... provided we draw another land by turn 3, we're okay. If we don't, we're not okay. So I don't know what else to say on that front. Well, we're not okay. Our only solace is that we're technically ahead of the race right now. Yeah, that Siren Stormtamer is just such a good card. Hard to get around it. And now he has a bunch of them. I still don't have 3rd land. Drawn what, 7? Drawn 10 cards and only got 2 land. Oh my gosh. I was really looking forward to playing against Mono Blue, and then like we're getting these awful draws. What do we ditch? Domri is probably necessary at this point. Get rid of Knight of Autumn, I guess. I like the haste too much on the Spellbreaker. Yeah, I mean, we main deck. Interesting, no attacks. Weird. He, however, also has to ditch a card. Interesting. He's probably gonna dive down. Although, why wouldn't he attack with at least one of them? Oh, because it still keeps one alive. Oh, he puts a dive down on both. That's hilarious. Alright, cool. I burned 2 dive downs. Fantastic. Alright, so that's a two for one on his part, so I'm actually perfectly okay with that. I feel like I can't get rid of flyers. I feel like that's like the key to winning this. It's also unfortunately the key to winning this was him getting a 3rd land. So that's going to put us in a really bad spot. Go down to 13. Gosh, we just need to draw a land. Alright, I'll discard one of the Spellbreakers. We do not discard Domri. We don't discard flyers. Oh, we have 2 Domris. We'll discard a Domri next then. Tempest Djinn, we've probably lost. It's a 3rd land. Alright, pay 2 life. I realize this is going to get him to just sack one of the Storm Tamers in response. But at least it's 1 less damage coming at us. Why do you hate me, Dak? Why? I mean, it wins the game for him, so I don't really blame him. But at the same time, it's like, well, that's Magic. It happens. It's part of the game. You just deal with it and move on. We have 24 lands. We drew like 15 times and got 3 lands. Math doesn't add up, but there you go. I say 15 times. I don't know if it was 15 exactly. We drew a lot of land. We drew a lot of cards, rather, and didn't get hardly any land. Yeah, this is a no keeper. This is much better. No, 3 land is fine. We don't need the 4th too terribly much. Yes, it would get us Shalai, but we're going to be doing Gross Chamber Guardian. Okay. Well, we're not going to be, if he attacks with his Footlight Field. Okay. Just going for it. Does hurt our turn 3 play here. We have 4. I'm not crazy enough to Lava Coil a Footlight Fiend. Starting to think about it. Alright, so all the land we needed in the previous game is coming true now. Okay. Does this cost? Okay. Just had to check that. So we can still Night of Autumn here. So we can get Shalai going. Next turn, we have the ability... Well, if we get a land next turn, we'll have the ability to have Shalai start putting counters out there. We'll see if that's what we end up doing, though. Kite Sail Freebooter action. There goes the Lava Coil. Okay, thought that was going to be the case, but apparently not. Okay, so we get Growth Chamber Guardian. Alright, this is fine. This is a perfectly acceptable attack. Actually, what? Yeah, I'll attack. No, I won't. After dancing like that, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna attack in the air. Let him block out. Growth Chamber Guardian. And before he gets a chance to do anything to me, just go ahead and do that. Oh, he's X-proof anyway. That wouldn't have mattered. It's fine. Alright, there goes Shalai. But I do have another one in hand. And with 6 mana available, that is very tempting. But I could just do more Growth Chamber nonsense. Let's get swinging. Let's get swinging. I want to clear his board a little bit. Okay, so he has a plan to kill off both of mine for all of his. God, I love the icky noises. Rekindling Phoenix. That looks like a fun dude. What if he wasn't in the game? I'm not sure if I Growth Chamber next. Yeah, we'll Growth Chamber Guardian next. We're gonna try to encourage our opponent to remove our Growth Chamber Guardians. Doesn't look like he's game. See if he outplays me with a shock. He does. No attacks. That keeps him at bay. Next turn I can Shalai, which will protect Lyra even more. Oh, there goes Shalai. There goes Shalai. Okay. I'll attack with both. He gets 5 through. And we're threatening again to kind of pressure them with enough damage that they can't just ignore it. Yep. Knock him out, knock him out. Another Knight of Autumn. So we should choke him out at this point. What? What? Okay. Uh... Well, that's unfortunate, but we will keep pressuring with Lyra. He'll have to block. We'll gain life off of it. Come here. Okay, so we're probably looking at not quite winning the game, but very close to it. So we'll Crawl Harpooner. Take the action to kill that. Next, swing through. So the next time that happens, he's dead. So, you know what you're looking at? That's nice, Nun. Oh, dude. Alright, well, we're still in kind of stall out modes, but we're just gonna keep gaining life at him. Eventually, we should top deck more threats. This is kind of hilarious. Okay, we win. Crawl Harpooner will remove his Phoenix. Okay. Alright, so game 2. What is this young gentleman desiring to do? What, Alex? You are the loudest cat. Okay. So, Lava Coil's really, really good here. Collision Colossus, less good. Go up Ixalan's Binding. I think I pretty much just like straight up have the better deck. So we'll go down one of those. We'll up, you know, with Knight of Autumn, we'll go up 3 Ixalan's Binding. Well, that's a terrible hand. Alright, well. You are entirely tangled in this. Do I need a fourth land, rather? I mean, eventually, but I could use some more threats at this point. I definitely liked using Crawl Harpooner to clear the way. Let's get some white man on the board. Yeah, we have a Lyra in hand. Like, Night of Autumn is coming. You know, Fireblade Artist is going to be kind of obnoxious, but... Alright. That is the problem with comes into play as an ability type. Trigger mechanism. Opposed to as it comes into play. 4 mana. Do I really just need a blocker right now? I don't think I do. Oh, I played that wrong. I played the mountain instead of the Crud. I'm gonna have to pay life here. And it's gonna be super obvious, so I'm gonna pay it and I'm gonna play the Lyra. Alright, so he sacks, shoots me in the face. Which is frankly the reasonable thing to do, but... Okay. So, let's see what happens when Lyra attacks. It looks like it's going to go through. I gain the life. I pass the turn. Okay, so he's going to sack. Deal damage to the face. Okay. Angel of Grace appears out of nowhere. And he scoops. Cool. No idea what I'm looking at. Urza's Tome. Hey, it's Urza's Tome, everybody. That's kind of crazy. That is not a good artifact at all. I don't know why it's doing it uncommon. I have no idea what that's doing it uncommon. Like, at all. Play some more. It's like a 2-mana artifact, but then it's like 3 mana, draw a card, but then you have to like, well, I guess you could just draw and discard is okay, but paying to just cycle doesn't seem like card advantage to me. Well, we do have Growth Chamber on turn 3, and we have the Landmore Elf to get us out of trouble if we're land screwed. Wow, okay. Crawl Harpooner. That's not your best play, if I'm perfectly honest. Okay. Fantastic. Pay the life. Spellbreaker, +1/+1. I mean, I don't know. I guess it got him, you know, it got him damage out there. Okay, Lava Coil. That's fine. I feel like this deck probably runs. Now, the problem is I would love to save him for Skark and Hellkite because I know that's coming eventually. At least I assume it's coming eventually. Wouldn't have helped versus Rekindling Phoenix as much. So we can just let that come in tapped. Play out that way. Now, he dies either way, so we're not going to bother attacking. We can Lyra next turn, which puts us in a much better position. Even with the two of those, Lyra puts us in a really nice spot. I assume he double blocks if I attack, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and move into my attack. Yeah, I'm gonna buff up Lyra. Attack with just Lyra. So this way, even if he double blocks, we first strike both of them, and Lyra doesn't get touched. So we just gain 10 life off this, or 14 life off of it. Okay. We play through his turn. For some reason, that was like the most ominous opponent's turn I've ever seen in my life. Skark and Hellkite. Alright, so Domri. Green. Give him a 1/1 counter, why not? So yeah, that's a way for Lyra to die. This is the sad part. So he could actually just completely block out. Can I read this for a second? Among 1 or 2 targets. So we really need. All right. Well, I guess she'll buff herself for right now. We're not going to attack. Yeah, because the problem is if he realizes he could just shoot Domri, then we're having a problem. Oh, well, that works too. Yeah, they could just shoot Lyra, I suppose. This is where having Shalai out would be really nice. Skargan Hellkite of our own. Ow. 1 Tabulous. +1/+1 counter. Because I still don't think we attack just yet. Yeah, you can start pinging down. Interesting choice. Yeah, the biggest problem is we're trying to get... Alright, we just deck acceleration right now. Oh my goodness, okay, done. Well, at least those are... It does shuffle it, right? Bottom of the library. Okay, good. Fantastic. I don't want to destroy enchantments, so we'll just tick up. Or, not tick up. You know what I mean. Get them 1/1 counters. Actually, might have let me attack, but... No, not yet. Stalemates like this just feel bad. I need to draw into my removal. Pretty much what needs to happen here. Oh, I didn't know you could shock planeswalkers. Angel of Grace, but that doesn't get us anything right now. We have 5 mana. Well, we have 6, to be honest, but... well... The question is, do we use our ability to kill stuff? No, I think we get Angel of Grace down. Especially if we can kind of convince him to attack. No, he doesn't. Yeah, the biggest problem is, like, whoever attacks basically ends up losing out. Because of the multi-block situation. If it, like, I would have attacked ages ago if it wasn't for the fact that the Rekindling Phoenixes would just come back anyway, and I'd be trading off, like, useful creatures that don't recur for things that'll just come back every single turn. This is the longest matchup ever for this. Oh dear. Just need to draw into some removal. Like, another Crawl Harpooner would be fantastic. It's a land. He's just gonna... Well, we'll throw him down. Stalemates are no fun to watch, and I'm sorry this is going this way, but I just don't know what else to do in this situation. Like, I think both of us are in a position here where we, like, neither of us can really... Oh, he can win through shelling now. Alright, well this puts us in a better spot. Alright, so Shalai has to survive the turn. So the Skargan Hellkite can't... Okay, yeah. Can't kill Shalai yet. And now I can start getting value. Okay, so we've got some 6/5s. Alright, so he could just sit there and start pinging me in the face. He's starting to get some big creatures of his own. But I'm slowly now making my stuff too big for him, hopefully. Third Rekindling Phoenix. Certainly not good for us. Alright, he attacks now, which makes sense. Let's see. I don't want to block with Shalai. I just don't. Because I'd rather not. Oh, I see. He's trying. So he wants to make me trade those. All right. So he's looking for trades pretty much at this point. So okay, no, yeah, okay. So so we'll block the Skargan Hellkite that way. We'll block his Rekindling Phoenixes like that. And we'll take the 8 damage, or well, more than 8 damage, but still. So he won't be able to attack us like that again, but he can start burning us is the problem. Okay, he gives it finally. Alright. Woo! I think he might have actually had us on that one, but he just gave up. So, good for us. Crawl Harpooner is both good and bad. Night of Autumn is not so great. Excellent Binding goes in. I don't know what else to put in. I could put in a Settle. We'll keep one Night of Autumn since we just don't know what else to put in. Settle wouldn't have been bad, but I feel like he's going to end up using a lot of things that we want to be taking out defensively anyway. This is too slow for this, I feel like. This is probably better. Oh, we need the 3rd land more. Growth Chamber Guardian is also pretty good. He's got Guild Gates in here. Alright, well, this is looking familiar. See if he burns me. Oh, just a Chain Whirler. Oof. No 3rd land. Are we going to game 3, boys? Are we going to game 3? Is that what's happening? It looks like that's what's happening. Another Chain Whirler and a Spellbreaker. I mean, we're gonna end up... Okay, cool. So we kill off his Domri with that. We're gonna take 6, go down to 4. Like, it's land or dead. It's probably just dead. It's just dead. So we lose. Even though we got the land, it wouldn't have mattered. We'd have been dead. So we just had a slow start. We can't have that. Going down to 5 cards though just wasn't really workable either. So play first. 2 lands and a mana elf. No red though. But at least we can look to actually be playing out a bunch of Growth Chamber Guardians. But that's if he doesn't just completely burn us all. Unclaimed territory will be declared for warriors, no doubt. Okay, so we have a pretty aggressive hand here. It's just we really need red mana. If not, we really need to get an adapt off. Okay, we got red mana. So we'll adapt. Take that in hand. Punch him for 4. Okay. This is a much better start for us. He's looking pretty bad. Which is what we like to see. I guess I could have actually gone like full ham. Alright, well, we can't go... Okay. Yeah, if I'd paid the 2 life, I could have played out both Spellbreakers. Which would have dealt like 1 more damage. Alright, that's the game for us. Hooray. Man, I'm so close to tier 3. Alright. It's a little earlier than I've been doing, but I am just finding myself really tired today. Hey, 20 gems, cool. So I'm gonna cut the stream a little bit short, but I'll be back for another short stream tomorrow. Because I do things in the evening on Fridays, and so I won't really be around. So thanks for coming around, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow. If not Monday.